Sir, the rate of change of current is 100 amperes per second, and
at
at t equal to 0,
t equals to
closing of
0.
switch.
Yes, yes,
At when t is equal to L by R,
yes,
uh, which came out as 0.1 seconds,
yes,
it comes as 36.8 amperes per second.
yes. Perfect.
And the final
The
steady
steady
state
state.
current is 10 ampere.
Yes, because t is equal to infinity.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
right. Yes. So rest of you, what is the status? Rest of you, Otonu, Man, have you been able to do this?
Still solving, sir.
Okay, okay. Kritika Bimbayon.
Sir, I have got the same answers.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, okay. Please solve it. Whoever isn't able to do this, please let me know. I will just explain it to you. Whoever is in having any problem, please let me know. Shoshi, is this clear? Shoshi?
Sir, only the steady state current.
Only the steady state has
Steady
come.
state current. No, no. Only I have doubt in only steady state current.
See, at steady state, your t will be equals to infinity.
Okay, sir.
So at infinity, this transient part is becoming 0. So
Zero.
what is left over is I equals to v by r.
Yes, sir.
Because e to the power minus infinity is 0. So it
Yes,
is,
sir.
you are left with v by r. So that is just 100 volt by 10 ohms. That is 10 ampere.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me know if you are done with this. Then we will move on to the next another problem, which is of the kind of switching circuit that I was talking about for RL now. Okay. So we move on to the next problem, and you try to do this. That is the switching problem. This is, I will just explain to you first what is the problem stating, and then we will do. See, we are talking about 8.8. Okay, we are talking about 8.8. This problem. See, what we have said that initially the switch K is kept closed. That is, current is flowing through the circuit, and let's say the steady state condition has reached. So at t equals to 0, this switch is opened. At t equals to 0, this switch is opened. Okay, so this part of the circuit is eliminated now. You are not having any connections to this part of the circuit. So you are left with this part of the circuit, that is the initial current that was across the 4 Henry inductance. The initial current that was across the 4 Henry inductance, this is the stored current, and this current will now get discharged. This current will now get discharged as
Sir,
soon as
can you
you.
explain again, sir, from the
Yes,
start?
sure. See, first let us say this circuit is a complete circuit. The switch K is kept closed. Okay, so it has been said that the steady state condition is reached with 100-volt DC source. So you know at t less than 0, at t less than 0, the condition is the steady state condition. So at t less than 0, you are getting the steady state condition. So at that instant, at t less than 0, please find out the current across this branch, the current across this branch, and the current across this branch. So the current across this branch will be the stored current in the inductor. Now at t equals to 0, when you are switching on this switch, see it's given at t equals to 0, switch K is suddenly opened. So when you are switching on this circuit, or when you are opening this switch, so that means you are left with only this part of the circuit. So that is now the current that was stored in the 4 Henry will get discharged through this entire part. Okay, the 4 Henry current is getting discharged through this entire part. So this part of the circuit, is becoming a source free RL circuit. See, at t equals to 0, when your switch K is suddenly opened, this part of the circuit is becoming a source free RL circuit, right? Is that okay? So you
Yes,
have
sir.
you have to calculate the expression of the current after t equals to half seconds. At t equals to half seconds. So first you calculate the steady state current that is flowing through this branch. Then you are opening this switch. That is, this is a source free RL circuit. Now you calculate the considering the initial current as the steady state current, you calculate the expression for the transient current for a source free RL circuit, and then you calculate the expression of the current or find out the current after t equals to half seconds. Okay? Any doubts with the problem? Any doubt with the problem? Anybody is having any doubt in understanding the problem? You can let me know, or you else start solving this problem. Do 3 problems with the RC circuit, and I will share with you this entire PDF of the book, or this part.
Have L by R. So what will we take R, sir?
R will be the
The
parallel
parallel
resistance.
combination of
Yes,
40 and 40.
yes. R
Yes.
equivalent you have to take. So when you are calculating the
Sir,
equivalent resistance,
sir 2.05 and 21 minus 4.
yes. See, first what you have to do, you have to first calculate the current across the each of the branches. So what is the current across your 4 Henry? That will be equals to 2.5 ampere. What is the total current? The total current is of the steady state is 100 divided by 40 parallel to 40, right? So 100 divided by 40 parallel to 40 is coming out as 5 ampere. So this is getting equally divided in the two branches. So one is 2.5 ampere in each of the branches, right? So once you get the initial current, once you calculate the T, the discharging current equation will be 2.5, that is I0 into e to the power minus T by tau. Calculate tau is equal to L by R, then you will get T equals to, then you find the expression, then add T equals to half second, calculate what is the expression of the value. So that will come out as 2 point something 10 to the power minus 4 ampere, I think. Okay, any questions, anybody? Are you being able to understand? See, when this K is closed, that is at T less than 0. So what did I say? At steady state condition, this inductor will act as short circuit. I said you initially, at steady state condition, the inductor will act as short circuit. So therefore, this current is getting divided across these two branches only, 40 ohm and 40 ohm. So what is the initial current? So 100 divided by 40 parallel to 40, this is coming out as 5 ampere. This is coming out as 5 ampere. Now this 5 ampere will get divided in the two branches. As you are having the same value of the resistances in the two branches, you are getting the value of the current as 2.5 ampere, which is the initial I0 of the inductor. I0 of the inductor, right? So you've just put in the expression I0 into e to the power minus T by tau. Tau is equal to L by R, and then you can calculate the value of total current or the current at time T. Put T equals to half, you will get the value.
Sir, I
Okay,
get 5 ampere never and 2.5 ampere.
2.5 ampere. What is the current across the 4 Henry? 2.5 ampere. What is the current across this branch? 2.5 ampere. This 5 ampere is getting divided into this part and this part. So what is the current through the 4 Henry? 2.5 ampere. The 2.5 ampere, if 2.5 ampere is the initial current, that you should take. Okay, follow. Okay, do it fast. We will move on to the next problem then. And the next will be, I think this is pretty clear with the switching circuits and applications of RL. Anybody is having any doubt from this RL part? See, we have covered. So these three problems, these kinds of problems are important for your exam because see, we have covered the general thing, that is how to find out the expression of the decaying current. We have studied the current at the different time intervals, and we have also studied about the switching circuit. Okay. Any doubts? Anybody? Man, Shubhadeep, any questions? Shubham,
No, sir.
is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Shubham, Shreyoshi, Oritrika, কোনো question? Any questions? Hello? Oritrika, ঠিক আছে? Oritrika? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we next move on to the problems of capacitances, RC circuit, okay? Okay, so we move on to the problems of RC circuit. Okay, so you focus on problem 8.16 from the RC circuit, okay? Just let me go to that part. Okay, so focus on this problem. Is this visible to you? Can you read this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. Please do this problem then. So it said you have a capacitor which is initially charged to 100 volts, and then it is discharged through a resistance of R ohms for 20 seconds when the PD across the capacitor is 50 volt. So you have been given the voltage or the 50 volts after 20 seconds. Okay, so you know the voltage is equal to 50 volts after t equals to 20 seconds. You know the value of the capacitance, you know the value of the voltage. So this is a source free RC circuit. See, this is a source free RC circuit. This is a discharging circuit. So you apply the formula and find out the value of R. You apply the formula and find out the value of R. This is an easy problem, I think. Just put it in the formulas. Okay, have you been able to do this? I think this is easy. See, you know this formula. P is equal to V0 e to the power minus t by RC. Initial charge is 100, so your V0 will be equal to 100. Your t is 20 seconds, your C is given, and your small v is given as 50 volt. So just put in the values, you will get the value.
Sir, 29.98 into 10 to the power of 5.
29.98 into 10 to
Into
the
10 to the
power.
power of 5 ohms.
Okay, it's about 2.86 mega ohm. Just check out if there is any calculation or might be the log value. Due to this log value, this is coming something like that.
Sir,
But
log is minus 0.69.
yes, they have taken at zero point 0.7. That is why this expression has come. So this is perfectly okay. See, this minute errors or minute mismatch is perfect. But if you had result coming as 2.4 ohm and the answer is given as 2.86, then that will be not considered. But 2.86, 2.92 is close enough to be considered. When this is in the scale of mega ohm, so you can well understand this is a very minute solution. If you have done this, if you have done in this process, the process matters and the value must be close to the value, original given value. So just see if this is okay with everybody. See if this problem is okay with everybody. Anybody is having any doubts, you can ask me. See, this is for a source-free circuit. Similar would be the solution technique if it was with the source. Only thing, you have to change the expression here. You have to change the expression here. Here the expression would have become V equals to Vs into 1 minus e to the power minus t by r. So the simple thing is, see we are just going through the next problem. See, for the next problem, it was given this is a 100-volt DC supply. Okay, so we would be taking this expression and the rest would have been same. We would be taking this expression and the rest would have been same. We would be just putting these values and we would have calculated this. The rest everything is same. Only thing is that you have to focus on whether it's a source free circuit or it's a source included circuit. Okay. Okay. Next is, okay. Anybody? Any questions? Any questions? Anybody? Any questions? Anybody? Okay. Then we move on to the next problem, that is 8.18. So please focus on this problem 8.18. See, you have been given a capacitor which is initially charged with. Yes, I will send you this PDF. I will send you this PDF. Do not worry, I will send you this PDF. Now focus on this problem 8.18. So see, 8.18 is stating that you are initially having this capacitor as the charged capacitor. And what is the charge? The charge is 500 micro C. So how do you calculate the initial voltage? How do you calculate the initial voltage?
Q by C.
Q by C. So you will get the initial voltage across this capacitor. At time t equals to 0, we are saying that the switch K is closed. So when the switch K is closed, okay, and this is a source-free RC circuit, so you find out the total capacitance from this combination, then you find the resistance, and then you find the voltage drop. That the logic here lies within this, that what happens, you have to find out at t less than t. This t is nothing but the time constant. This t represents time constant. So you have to calculate the voltage drop across this resistor at time t less than t and at t equals to infinity. You have been initially given that it is having a 5 microfarad capacitor charged with 500 microfarad. So calculate the initial voltage, calculate the total capacitance, the total resistance, and then you calculate this. Find out the time constant. Please do this problem. The twist lies here in calculating the total capacitance, the resistance, the time constant, and the initial value. The rest of the thing you can do, I'm sure. So first, try to calculate this, or else I will show you. just calculate the initial voltage. What is the total circuit capacitance coming out as? What do you find the total capacitance as? Anybody? Any progress? You can send me the solution in my WhatsApp as well, individually. If you want to see if you are right or wrong, so you can send it to my WhatsApp as well. The solution. So once the concept is clear about t equals to 0, t greater than 0 plus t equals to time constant, t equals to infinity, you can do any problems related to the first order transients, any problem.
Sir, at t equal to infinity, voltage drop across the resistance becomes zero, sir.
Yes,
And
that is perfect.
and VR comes when VR when t is less than tau.
Yes.
Uh, VR comes as 100 e to the power minus t by 25 micro. No, 25
Yes,
10 power
yes,
minus
yes.
6.
25 minus 6. Yes, that
And
is
sir,
perfect.
C net is 2.5 microfarads and initial voltage is 100 volts.
Yes, perfect. Perfect. Anybody else?
So anything more I have to
No, no, no,
calculate?
no. You have to calculate these parameters only.
Okay, sir.
Anybody else has done this? Anybody else has done this? Kritika or Ritrika, have you done this? Shoshi?
Sir, I'm doing only last part.
Okay, okay. Please do.
So the voltage drop is coming zero according to me.
At t equals to infinity, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes. And at t less than capital T, that will be just the expression of the voltage that is Vt that is coming. You have to just calculate the time constant perfectly, then you will get the expression of that.
Yes, it's 0.
Okay. So this is about the combination of the capacitors and its application in these transients. I think this problem is clear to you, everybody. So we move on to another problem. Okay, and this problem is uh, about the switching circuit, that is 8.23. Just focus on 8.23. So it is said the switch is closed at position A at t equals to 0. So at t equals to 0, you are having this switch at this position. Okay. So by connecting this switch at A position, you can calculate the initial current or initial voltage across the capacitance divided by 500. You will get the initial current across the resistance. Now this switch has been moved to B after one time constant. So you can calculate the time constant from this expression. So after that particular time constant, you know what is the voltage. Now put that value to B. You will get that as the initial value of the voltage, and you calculate the current. I'm just repeating myself again. First put the switch at A, calculate the expression of the voltage. Okay, you can find the value of the current. Now the voltage you get, you calculate it after the lapse of the time equivalent, that is after one time constant. You can calculate the time constant. From the time constant itself, you can calculate the value of the voltage after that one time constant. Okay, now you treat that as the initial voltage when you are putting that switch on B, and then you determine the complete current. Okay. Yes, fine, Kritika. About the last problem, you have sent me the solution. This is absolutely fine. So please do this problem about the switching circuit. I think then we have covered all the types of problems that can come from the transients. If you do this, we have covered all the types of problems that can come from the first order transients. On Monday, we will start off with the second order transient, that is the RLC circuit and the resonance condition. Okay.
Sir, can you please tell again how to solve this problem?
Yes, first what you do, put the switch at A and calculate the expression for the voltage. Just simply calculate the voltage equation. Okay. Now at find out the time constant. Your time constant will be equal to RC, right? So at that particular time constant, calculate what is the value of the voltage. At that particular time constant, calculate what is the value of the voltage, or you can do it by using the current formula as also. Okay. So at t equals to 0, the capacitance will act as short circuit. So the entire current will flow through the capacitance. So at t equals to 0, what should be your current? I0 will be equals to V by R, and at t equals to 0, your switch is at A. So the current will be equal to V by R, that is 10 by 500, that is equal to 0.02 ampere. Okay, so at time t equals to 0, your current is 0.02 ampere. So after the time constant has elapsed, what is the time constant? RC. So 500 multiplied by 0.2 microfarad, and that is coming out as 10 to the power minus 4 second. You see, the time constant is coming out as 10 to the power minus 4 second. Okay, so at the end of one time constant, what will be the value of the current? That is, initially you have got 0.02. See, I am just doing it here. Your I0 is coming out as, that is the initial current, will be 10 by 500, right?
0.02.
Right. Okay, so what will be the decaying current across the capacitor at the so if you are calculating just the current across the capacitor, that means you are calculating only the transient value, right? So you calculate the transient value, that will be I0 into e to the power minus t by tau. So when I am saying that the switch is returning to point B after one time constant, so what I am saying is that the value after one time constant will be I0 into e to the power minus 1. Correct? T by tau, both are equal to tau. So your I0 is I0 into e to the power minus 1. So from that, you are getting the value of the current, and your voltage will be 10 into 1 minus e to the power minus 1. What is the value of the voltage? P is equal to Vs into 1 minus e to the power minus 1. So you are getting the value of the voltage and the current at time instant t equals to 0 when the switch is at A. Am I clear? This part clear up to this part? So after one time constant, you are getting this current and you are getting this voltage, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what we have done, you have switched back the uh, you have switched the or you have placed the switch at terminal B. You have placed the switch at terminal B. So what is acting now? The 20 volt.
Yes,
What
yes.
and what is the voltage across the capacitance now? That is equal to, say, about this will come out at 6.37 volt. From this expression, the voltage across this is coming out as 6.37 volt. Okay, just see, calculate, put this as 10, calculate this, see, this is coming out as 6.37 volt. Okay, now just closely look at the terminals. See, the polarity of this voltage is reverse of this polarity. So this 20 volt and this 6.37 volt, these two will get added up. You can see these two will get added up because the polarities, this is the opposite polarity, so the polarities will get added up. So what is the total voltage now? 26.37. And what is the resistance? 500 ohm. So calculate now the original resistance. So that will be 26.37. See, I will just show you. See, this is coming at 20 minus 20 plus 6.37 by 500, and I is coming out as 0.052 ampere. Now you just put the expression and you will get this as the value of the current. Okay, and if you plot the graph, this is how you get this. So see, the current is initially decreasing, then at the moment of switching from A to B, this has gone down to here, and then it is again increasing till the steady state. So this is a very, very important problem for your exam. Very, very important.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, do not understand the problem.
Which part didn't you understand? The first part. First part. Is this clear? First part.
Sir, first that I not and
Okay, see.
Then we
Okay,
got
see.
that constant.
Okay, see. Just go on step by step. First, put the switch at A. Okay. So at A, at t less than 0, what did I say in the morning class? At t less than 0, we are getting just the steady state value, right? So what is the steady state value? Steady state value is Vs by R, because this capacitance will act as a short circuit, right? This part clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is the initial current across the capacitance? 10 by 500, 10 volt and 500 ohm. So what is the initial current across the capacitance? 10 by 500. This is equal to 0.02. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, when we are calculating the voltage, so the what happens to the current? Only the current across this capacitance. This is the discharging current. So you will get just the transient result of the current. So what is the expression? I0 into e to the power minus t by tau, right? And what is the expression of voltage? Vs into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau. These two clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what it has been said that after the lapse of time equivalent to one time constant, after the lapse of time equivalent to one time constant, the switch is moved to position B, right? So you can see this. So that means what is the time after which the switch is being put to B? That will be equal to the time constant. What is your time constant? R into C. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at that particular time constant, what is the expression? Minus t by tau. So this is becoming I0 into e to the power minus 1. So from this you are getting the initial current, and from this you are getting the initial voltage. You calculate this. Your I0 was 0.02. Your Vs is 10 volt. So by putting in these expressions, you calculate the value of initial current and voltage when the switch is moved to position B. Okay, this step clear? So this is coming out
Yes,
as
sir.
0.0072 ampere and 6.37 volt. Okay. So at when your values of current and voltage across the capacitor is this, we have put the switch to B position. Okay. Now look at the terminals. This is the reverse terminal. Minus plus. This was plus minus. This is minus plus. So what will be the total value? Or after you have switched on to B, what is the initial voltage? That is equal to your steady state value, and that is coming out as C minus 20 plus 6.37 divided by 500, that is minus 0.052 ampere. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you just put this value in the expression of how to calculate the current. Your time constant remains the same. You just put it in there and you calculate it, the expression. So that is what I was talking about, the graph. So initially the value of the current decreased from 0.02 to 0.0072. When you switched it from A to B, the current dropped to minus 0.052, and then it again starts to increase by this expression or the solution that you are getting. Then the capacitor is now completely charged in the reverse side. So first discharging, then it is dropping to the minimum value, and then it is again starting to get charged. The current value is starting to get increased. I will share you this PDF. Please again go through this problem, because this is very important for your exams. But first tell me if the concept of this steady state and switching is clear to you. Okay, is this clear now, Pianshu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions, anybody? I will share this PDF with you, and please go through the problems. So we have covered all the kinds of problems that can come from transients. Okay. Practice more problems. I will send you more practice sets for this transient problems as well. And On Monday, we will start off with the second order circuits. Okay. So no doubts from anybody? Everybody I am asking. If anybody is having any doubt, please tell me. Okay. So we just give your attendance. Akash Datta,
Present, sir.
then is Oritrika is present.